tomorrow, May the 30th, I expect Maurizio Sarri to be officially announced as the Juventus head coach. He won the Europa. He won the big European trophy there. In his press conference after the win against Arsenal, Maurizio Sarri, interesting enough, is wearing a white shirt, a black vest, and a black tie. He's wearing all solid black and white. This tells me that he is going to go to Juventus and he is going to join the Bianconeri. That is what Juventus is, in case you don't know who it is. The black and whites, that's Juventus. And that's why Maurizio Sarri is going to be leaving Chelsea and joining Juventus. More to come on Chelsea's next manager. Massimiliano Allegri is going to Juventus. Juventus are going to play more attacking, beautiful football with Maurizio Sarri while keeping the organization. Maurizio Sarri is the guy that can get the most out of Juventus talent and play Paulo Dybala up front. In Gematria, the Cabal code of coding letters and words into numbers, 64 Champions Leagues have concluded already. Well, after the Champions League final that Liverpool is going to win, Juventus Football Club equals 64. And Maurizio Sarri ended up coaching a total of 64 games with Juventus this year. That was match 64 for Chelsea this season. This tells me that Sarri is going to leave Chelsea to go to Juventus, because it's Juventus Football Club that equals 64, and then Arsenal Football Club equals 65 in Gematria. Sarri ends up beating Arsenal Football Club for his first scripted trophy this year that surprisingly went against Stan Kroenke, who's losing out on money. He's losing out on money for a second straight year. Eden Hazard gets the trophy before he leaves off to Real Madrid. More to come on Eden Hazard in this video that I made on February the 22nd. Hazard leaving Chelsea after 7 seasons. And then Hazard, interesting enough, he said, when I go to the search, I have to go back to the search. So there's Hazard. Hey, what the hell is going on here? I think it's a goodbye, but in football you never know. My dream was to play in the Premier League. I played here for 7 years for one of the biggest clubs in the world, and it's time for a new challenge. Cristiano Ronaldo's replacement, Eden Hazard. That's what I was talking about a few months ago on February the 22nd. That's what happened this Europa final. Now it's Sarri that equals 65. He is going to win the 65th edition of the Champions League final. He is going to be announced as the next manager of Juventus because the 2020 Champions League final was played on May the 30th. It will be played on May the 30th. That's why I think Sarri's the news will come out tomorrow that he is going to be the next Juventus manager. The news would come out, but he's not going to be formally introduced until like probably June the 4th, I would guess, or June the 5th. But May the 30th, that's the date of next year's final over at Turkey. And I've already predicted Juventus against Paris Saint-Germain. They're from France. It's France that equals 29. Sarri equals 65. You see that? He beats Arsenal, and it's Sarri that's going to win the 65th Champions League. Juventus wins after 64 prior Champions Leagues. That's what all this means. The phrase, until the end for Juventus, and go Sarri equal 59 in Gematria. Go Maurizio, Forza Maurizio equals 79. It's Ronaldo that equals 79. Ronaldo infine, end in Italian, equaling 34. After 23 years without winning the Champions League, the drought's going to end for Juventus in the 24th year. Juventus equals 24. 24 years of 1996. there it is. And interesting enough, Cristiano Ronaldo, the day after Portugal got knocked out by Uruguay, Cristiano Ronaldo wore black glasses. He wore a white dress shirt. He wore a black vest and a black tie. And then it was July the 7th, July the 8th, and then July the 10th, he was formally introduced as a Juventus player, Cristiano Ronaldo. He wore black and white after his last game with Portugal, and so did Maurizio Sarri. The black and white, this subliminal clue that's a cue that they're going to leave. They're being really humorous about this. It's like Juventus want to display this all-seeing eye out in front of you, because the Agnelli family is part of the CFR committee group of 300, I think it is, and they're part of that exclusive family, the richest families in the world. They're the richest family in Italy. They're the ones that own the industrial Fiat company. They own Juventus. Fiat equals 36 in Gematria. I think it is PSG that equals 36. Maybe Paris equaling 36. I don't know. But Maurizio Sarri is going to join Juventus. His January the 10th birthday adds up to the date numerology of 50. That is a date numerology of 14. So once again, it's n that equals 14. And date duration from Sarri's birthday. So I checked that is in fact his birthday. January the 10th, 1969. Let's check that first. That has a date numerology. That's a birthday numerology of 27. Juventus are 2-7 in the Champions League final. And in Gematria, once again, it is Paris that equals 27 in Gematria. Paris equals 27. He's going to play against Paris Saint-Germain. He's going to win the Champions League final against Paris Saint-Germain. He won with a French player, Olivier Giroud. In this final, Olivier Giroud is French. He beats his former club at Baku. That's what happened for Maurizio Sarri. Third place, losing in the Carabao Cup final to a great Manchester City team. Finishing third in the league, finishing below the 98-97 point City and Liverpool. Playing in all three competitions. He is the big-time manager that Juventus need. This is a guy that's going to win the Champions League with Juventus in his first season. Maurizio is going to be something special for the club. And it will be official. May the 30th, the news has to come out. And that is the day of the Champions League final for next year. I already talked about that before. His birthday numerology is 51 and 31 in the next year when they win the Champions League. Juventus. Weeks in a day. I'm not sure about this. This is the next step. I have to see what's the meaning of 141. That would be a really big mystery to solve, but the better indication, if you were to do this quickly, is Ronaldo's February the 5th birthday on the 36th day of the year. That's 115 days. 116 days, if you include the end day, a lot like signing for Juventus for 116 euros. I've got that article. It's official. Maurizio to Juventus. The beautiful game. The defense stays the same. Giorgio Chiellini healthy. Get a central back. Put Dybala up front. It's all to work out. It truly will. Forza Maurizio.